Good morning, Gold. Hello, welcome to High Vibes at 5:55. Michelle House here from Rich Living. Ready for some cultivating of positivity or inspiration or something that will uplift, elevate, and inspire you? I'm actually not sure what's going to come out of my mouth this morning. I've had a couple of things that I've been thinking about sharing with you, but I'm just not sure which one is the one, and it always pops in at the right time. So, good morning, I can see you all joining. How lovely to see you all this morning. That's lovely. Thank you for listening on the podcast. I'm really grateful and I appreciate people who, it's a little bit of an unusual thing because I jump on here every morning to do the 5:55 live, and I see all of my beautiful regular people that jump in, and this is their kickstart to their day at 5:55. But then I'm also aware that people come back and they watch a replay, and I don't always say hello to you. So hello to you if you're watching the replay, and also a hello again to those listening on the podcast. Podcast has been such an awesome way to reach some new people. So thank you for being part of that and for leaving your reviews. If you haven't listened to the podcast, that's okay. You can. It's an easy way to catch up to. If you want to go back and look for something, I think looking through that podcast library is an easy way to go back and look for something that I've talked about. If Robin is on here this morning, she might share the link to the iTunes podcast, or if anybody else is there and can do that. If you just search High Vibes Rich Living podcast, it will come up on any, not just iTunes, it comes up on all of the podcasting hosty thingy majiggies, whatever they are. So good morning. All right, what am I going to talk about this morning? I don't know. There's a couple of things I think I'm going to talk about. This is my brain sometimes, but I want to inspire you. So I want to talk about setting a goal and achieving a goal and enjoying the ride. And I have, I don't know if you remember, but earlier this year, maybe it was last year now, I started a painting of a peacock, and I went, oh, this is going to be such a great High Vibes one day. And then I never got around to talking about the peacock. But as the universe would have it, I've got a similar lesson, but a different story. So as you know, I homeschool my kids, and we're part of a performance term this term. Sharon is a fellow homeschooling mum, and part of our group is, our group this term has been learning dances and learning performances to do a performance. And when I say group, there's I don't know how many it is. I want to say, I know it's more than 100, but I'm not quite sure if it's 150 kids. And everybody contributes, and I've talked about this from time to time. Everybody contributes, and there's mums and teachers creating the performances. Like I know Sharon, who's on here today, she's got the little tiny gecko kids, which are in the 4 to 5 age group, and she's created whatever their performance is. I've created the props and the costumes, and it's just this beautiful community, lovely space. Anyway, so what happens with a goal, right, is right at the beginning, somebody comes up with an idea and they say, this is what I want to invite into my life. I really would like to be reaching this goal by this time. So using this story as an example, we say we would really like to be doing the performance by the 30th of June. And then the goal gets broken down, right? And then week 9 is this, week 8 is this, we need this done by week 7. The same for you guys when you're setting your, you put it out there, what this to unfold by this time. Something like a performance is pretty specific because it's going to be up and going at a date and a time. And then you work back. But right back in week 1, we didn't really have any idea what we were getting ourselves into, right? So it's the same for you when you set, okay, I want to achieve this by this time. You really don't know what's going to happen week by week, day by day, people by people, child by child, how that is going to unfold. You just set this vision down the track. So what I want to highlight for everybody that's listening today is as you get closer to something, there's this feeling of exhaustion because you've been working pretty hard. And there's this feeling of, it's hard for me to say stress because I just don't feel stress. I do feel tired and I do get exhausted. And I have this feeling of what will be, will be. We've done the work, we've put in the time, we've made the contribution, we've turned low vibe things into high vibe things. What will unfold, and it's going to be joyful and wonderful because the universe wouldn't have presented me with the vision in the first place to be a part of something like this if it was all going to be a pile of crap. So that's what I guess is the message I want to say to you is when you have your goal or your desire or your dream or your intention, it's not landing in your mind and in your consciousness for any other reason than for you to enjoy life, for you to enjoy the process. And I know that things get exhausting. I mean, Jesus, woman, I've got this performance happening. I've got a house happening. I know that you get tired. But again, follow up from yesterday. The universe isn't going to present me with things I can't handle. Then I posted the thing about Jonathan and his business. And just because I wasn't busy enough. But the universe isn't giving me those thoughts and those ideas and that inspiration if I don't have the structures, the community, the processes, the will, the strength, the vitality to go through that. So if you are on your way to some magnificent goal right now, and it's feeling like it's not going to be very magnificent, or it's feeling like it's too hard, or it's feeling like you're too exhausted or you're too tired, take a bit of a rest day today. For me, I kind of jump straight into my work now. After high vibes, I jump straight into my work for a couple of hours, and then I get about my business of being a mum, and then I come back and I get about my business of being in business again. I'm really going to, so these last couple of weeks, Jonathan sits in the back, I drink my coffee, and I sit at this computer, and I go, what are you doing now? So maybe be a bit like me today, and know that we're moving towards, the momentum is there, the momentum is happening, we're moving towards it, but it's okay to just take a little breather, go for a walk, be present to the coffee, be present to the conversation with your loved ones, and enjoy the magical moments. Enjoy the magical moments. Here's an example. We are building these magnificent robot costumes for these gorgeous 9-year-old boys. And I swear to God, we've been making them since week 1 and adjusting them and then changing them and then adding them and they're made with this fabric that is Facebook, do not freeze my video on that face I just pulled. The fabric is really quite challenging. And so the 3 ladies that are in the costume department were, last week I think it was, we were so completely out of our minds with frustration about how this was all going to unfold. And so we just persisted. So that's another thing about goals, right? Is you persist. You go, it is going to work. I'm just tired and cranky about it, but I know it's going to work. So we've persisted and we've put these costumes together. And yesterday was the day that we were going to try them on. So let me just break that down. Low vibes. Like, we were pretty cranky. We were so cranky that one of the dads there bought us a massive block of chocolate. The crankiness was obviously vibing through the sewing tent that day. And so we turned it around into laughter. And then we met up again on Tuesday this week to do some more of it. And we were laughing about, if this is the last time we ever see this silver fabric. And then we threw it in the bin and went, oh, goodbye, silver fabric. And then realized we needed the silver fabric again. So we started to get jovial and joking about it. That energy changes and shifts things and gets shit happening again, right? So we enjoyed the moment. We enjoyed the frustrating moment. Cadbury Dairy Milk Chocolate had a lot to do with it, but we enjoyed we turned something shitty into something a little bit more fun. Then that's enjoying the moments along the journey on the way to this end goal. And then yesterday we put the costumes on these 9-year-old boys. Oh my goodness me. Lockie is one of the 9-year-old boys in that group. It was like Christmas. It was like Christmas. So we like finishing them off, putting this bit on and putting Velcro on here and putting a knob on there and a dial on here. And we just got them in the piles, all the kids lined up, and we were in that kind of state. And then we started putting them on the kids. And the joy and the delight and the woohoos from these kids gave us the vibe that of gratitude, of we did it, of gee whiz, that was amazing. How awesome is this that these kids are so delighted? And you know, their faces were like, oh my God, did you make these? These are so great. Doing their robot moves. It was so delightful. So what I want to pass across to you in this is there's up and downs through getting where you want to get to. There's the highs, there's lows. Go to retreat, come back a little bit and take a breath and go, okay, I get that I'm tired, but the universe isn't going to give me something I can't handle. Show me how I can deal with this today. Show me what my next move is. Or this is really frustrating and really annoying and I'm getting really cranky about it. Okay, great. How can I flip it? How can I flip this vibe around and laugh at it? Take it a bit more lightheartedly. Yes, did it still have to get done? It still had to get done, but in a different vibe. So rest, change your vibe, keep going. Rest, change your vibe, keep going. That's how life unfolds. And tap into those magical moments. Did I pull my camera out and Instagram it and take photos of the beautiful robot costumes? No, because I swam and I flew like a little butterfly all through that beautiful, loving vibe from those 9-year-old boys, that excited, joyful vibe. I soaked it up. I got a bit of it back inside me. That's what we all need to do. Be around people, being around people in the Rich Living Room community, where we're raising the vibes, where we're inspiring and uplifting and elevating so that we can tap into a little bit of it and have a little bit and then work on ourselves and bring ourselves up to that space as well. 12:22. That was pretty good. I'm going to go. Have a beautiful, beautiful, wonderful day. Tomorrow is, oh, damn it. Have I just shared my Rich Living moment? Oh, well, I'll have to create another one. Tomorrow is Rich Living Moment Friday, the moment of the week that we just reflect on our lives, what's been going on and what may have been shitty that we can turn around into something that's grateful. So tomorrow, I'm not going to say much until I see people over here sharing their rich living. We've been doing this day for the whole term, I think. So 9 weeks. It's over to you guys. I want to see you guys really thinking about and sharing your rich living moments over in the comments. And then I can read them out to people on the live tomorrow who are listening to the podcast so we can inspire that group as well. So over to you guys. Start thinking about what's your rich living moment. If you haven't had one yet, there's still time to create one because guess what? You create your reality. So have a fabulous day. Have a rich living day. Have a high vibes day. I'll see you tomorrow.